Hi guys, welcome back to Didsbury Art Studio. How are you all doing at the moment? I'm feeling much better about things in terms of kind of the easing of lockdown and everything that's been going on. Sort of things are slightly progressing forward, so feeling much better, and I hope you guys are too. So in today's video, I'm going to be carrying on with doing some of the folding shibori work that I did a touch of last week, but I'm so into it that yesterday I spent the whole day just trying out and experimenting on some fabric that I had, and I was just well into it. I just did tons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my ideas with you, and I'm just going to walk you through. I'm not going to do the dyeing process because you just need to watch that video from last week, subtle tie dyeing, and I'm just going to show you the results and hope you like it. All right then, let's get into it. Okay, see you in a minute. All right, now the resist dyeing technique, which is what shibori is, it has many different facets to it. And some of the ones that I've picked up on, that I've seen around, that I really like the look of, are more tied up ones with elastic or string, but you can also use kind of pegs and wooden blocks and just plexiglass, like plastics, can be put into fabric as well and tied up, so you can get some really unusual shapes and effects. It's kind of retaining the white fabric underneath where you put the shape, and then the rest of it is dyed. So I'm using indigo dye colour, and so hopefully you will like the results, and I'll just show you what I've got. Now, just one more thing. If you are a teacher out there, an art teacher, or just freelance worker like myself that will go into schools and do workshops, this is really great, because what I'm thinking is I've done a load of square fabrics that I've dyed, and then I'll probably put together a book of these swatches of different effects and results that I can do in the classroom. See, it's got kind of random shapes around. This is created by an accordion fold into thirds. So you can see what I'm doing there. Just pinch it and fold it over like so. And then we're going to turn it that way, and we're going to do triangles. So you fold it over, and then you tuck it under. You fold it over, and then you tuck it under and fold it under, like so. Okay, it's going to look like this, and you're going to peg it on all three sides. That's one. So the fabric that I used was 100% cotton fabric, but one or two of the ones that I did weren't. The thing that I've done as well to stop the fabric fraying, I've used some of these pinking shears. Now we're going to do the accordion fold once again, so you just grab the fabric, pinch the sides, fold it over like so, and then we're going to pinch again like so. And then we're going to do again the accordion fold like so, and pinch it underneath, organised and straight like that. Okay, so it looks like this, and what I've done is I've got these little wooden blocks that you can just put on the front and the back, and then you wrap it really tightly with lots of elastic bands, so it creates that effect like so. If you haven't got the wooden blocks, then you can use thick card. I've got some horizontal lines where the elastic's been. We just fold it over, fold it again, and again, like so, until you can't fold any further, like so, really tight, and looks like this. And then you just put your elastic really tight in the middle once again. Bullseye shibori fabric, Most people have seen this one on t-shirts. So you just pinch for the bullseye one, you just pinch the middle like so, and you start evenly putting your elastic bands onto the fabric. So it kind of looks like that. This time I used string and I just evenly did it all the way around, really tight, and once again tied a knot at the bottom. That's the bullseye. So this one is stunning. I'm sure you'll agree, it kind of looks like waves, and it's really kind of dark over this side and light kind of over this side. So you'll see in a minute, but with the rolling that we do, the more tight you do it, the inside of the roll will be the sort of more paler area over here. So all you do is just start rolling. And then you just roll this way. As I said, the tighter you do it, the different kind of results you would get from doing it more loose. So that's how it looks. And then you just put the elastic all the way around the side. I just love the randomness of the Shibori dyeing. It's just beautiful. You know, when you've used sort of different thicknesses of elastic, it all comes out so different. So this one was similar to the one at the start that I did, but we're gonna sort of finish it off with elastic. The other one was done with pegs. So once again, it's the accordion fold, like so. And then you're going to do the folding of the triangle, and you kind of get the sort of diamond results at the start there, which is really rather nice. And then just tuck it in at the end, like so. So what I was saying was, I just use quite a few sort of elastic bands on the sides and in the middle there for that one. Okay, so this one's quite cool. You can see these random resist shapes are actually lollipop sticks. I've used 2 at a time. So you go into thirds, like so. Then you're going to make 2 triangles, like so, and then fold them in, make a square, like so. And then I am going to put my lollipop sticks 2 inside here, and then you would fold those over, and then I'm going to put another 2 here side by side, fold that one over, turn it over, and do exactly the same on that side. So it ends up like this. So you've got 2 in there, 2 inside, and 2 on that side, flat. And then you just wrap them really tight again with your elastic bands. So the next one, really simple. It's just this kind of stripy effect. And what you do is you just start pinching the fabric really quick all the way down, like so. So you've grabbed it like that. And then where these marks are along here, it's been resisted by pegs. So I'll show you. This is what it looks like. So you can put as many different pegs on there as you want. This one is delish, isn't it? I really like this one. Look at it, the circular kind of shapes, and really very effective. So I guess if you were doing this in school, if I was doing this in school, then I'd probably ask the pupils to bring in some objects, maybe like wooden objects, that we could trial and put inside the fabric and just sort of see what the results are like. So this one is actually a CD. one on this side and one inside here. So I'll show you how to do this. This one is we do the accordion fold into thirds, and then the accordion fold into thirds again. You pop your CD here on the front and one on the back. And then once the CD's in there, you just fold the corners in like I've done on this one. So it grabs the CD like so. And then you put your elastic that way and then that way. This one is so cool. You can see this kind of very gentle sort of shape. You put your fabric on a pipe like this. So we just got one of these from the shed, and it doesn't matter what thickness, you can decide on the length, and you literally just roll it all the way over, tie your string over tightly at one end, and then you just start wrapping it all the way down to the opposite end. And once you've done that and it's on really tightly, then you just start ruching the fabric down so that it looks like this. So it's all gathered. So the results are gorgeous from this one. Then you just start ruching the fabric down so that it looks like this. So it's all gathered. You just take the string off afterwards and you're left with the results. And the final one is we do the accordion fold. And then we do the accordion fold again. So, and then you put your elastic just over the top one. This one's gone a bit smaller just because I did more accordion folds in it, so you can decide how you want that to become, but that's certainly a nice one. So those are all the Shibori fabrics that I used and techniques, and there's the pile of fabrics that we've ended up with. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you're new to me and I'm new to you and you like this video and want to see more of these videos, then please subscribe. Hit the like button, notification button, and give me a comment. It'd be really helpful to actually sort of get some feedback and some comments. I really encourage that. If there are sort of projects or techniques that you're interested in that I may be able to help you with, then do let me know. Give me some suggestions. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, if you take a look over there, I'm on Didsbury Art Studio, and you can see sort of the lead up to projects whilst I'm doing projects, and sort of afterwards planning the next project on my stories if you're interested. And I shall see you next week. Take care, keep safe, keep well, and have a good week.